Here we are on a cold, wet, miserable December day. We're here at Derbyshire's premier motoring exhibition, the Great British Car Journey, and over the last year we've been filming here a lot to bring you this, a guide to the Great British Car Journey. To say the Great British Car Journey has only been going for about a year and a half now. I think it opened on May the 19th in 2021. It's certainly proving popular with car clubs. You know, you go there for a visit and there's always plenty to see in the car parks, you know, plenty of visiting clubs. As you can see by the list going across the bottom of the screen, that's all the car clubs that visited in 2022. Yes, it adds to the flavour of the place, and it certainly makes it interesting when you go. There's more to photograph, and of course it makes the day a lot more full for car enthusiasts, because you've got that to photograph and the collection to photograph if you're going to drive Dad's car experience as well, you know. And there's always odd days of interest, like the DeLorean day, Rolls Royce day. One of the Rolls Royces there is actually Baden Powell's, founder of the Scouts, his Rolls Royce Jam Roll. Yeah, and of course it's a great place for clubs to go because you've got the cafe on site with a gift shop and everything, and that, so you know, you can get a decent cup of coffee and a meal. What more could you want for a day out? It's all good stuff. Apart from visiting car clubs, there are after-hours events at the Great British Car Journey. Some of the best attended are the gatherings, held mostly on summer evenings or daytime during the winter months. And it doesn't take long before the car park really starts to fill up. All vehicles are welcome, large or small, old or new, sports, vintage, or even classic, or even the odd custom job or two. All in all, a great time for motor fans to meet, show their cars and enjoy other cars on display, and there's always plenty of variety and always someone to have a good natter with. These events prove so popular, it's advisable to get there early. On entering the Great British Car Journey, and once you've paid to go in, you'll be offered one of these, which is an electronic guide. There's always plenty available and they're always on charge and ready to go. These will guide you through the 9 chapters of the collection. It's easy touchscreen access. The electronic guide also contains information on the posters that you'll find around the site as well. Also, you can use the electronic guide to scan the QR codes on the information boards on the cars. This will give you the individual histories of the vehicles involved. And if you so desire, you can probably play top trumps with them as well. As you enter the collection here at the Great British Car Journey, you'll see quite a few of these, and you can even drive one in Drive Dad's car. They are in fact Herbert Austin's Austin 7s, cheap, affordable motoring for the masses. And as we progress through to chapter 2, you'll notice that the cars are starting to get newer and more modern. Another thing you notice about the collection is all these wonderful posters of adverts for the cars in the styles of the age of when the cars were first out. I really feel that these add to the collection, and they make great backdrops to the cars too when you're photographing them. Plenty of minis. Another thing is, which isn't becoming apparent on this, is there's all banners hanging from the ceiling of car manufacturers' names, which is very reminiscent of motor shows of old. Oh look, there's one now. says Hillman, and of course Roots Group. Of course, sort of thing you would have seen at Earl's Court or the NEC when the motor shows were there. And there's quite a rotation of the cars in the collection as new ones come in. They have got a reserve collection which they rotate with, and so the collection is constantly changing, so you can go one week and it's one way, go the next week and see what's changed, which of course which adds a freshness to the collection when you go, and always something new to see as well. But you get to about this point in the collection and you'll get that point where you'll see a car like that Victor there. My dad had one of those, and it gets you like that because it's a link to your life. When you see the cars that your parents had or you had, and it is a real trip down memory lane because, you know, the 70s, 80s, 90s, I remember them very well with the cars of the times. Metros, of course, had one or two of those, a couple of Maestros. Great cars. Especially the MG Metros. A lot of fun. And then into the 2000s. And one of the few supercars on display, the McLaren. And there's a couple of Rolls Royces, as we mentioned before. Baden-Powell's Rolls Royce, Jam Roll, is also in this part of the collection. And you can even have a little play with this cutaway engine, which makes some wonderful old noises, creaky noises. During 2022 there was the first temporary exhibition, which of course was motorsport. As you can see, cars from various aspects of motorsport, touring cars, Gianettas, there was even a bowler Land Rover, and you could get up close and personal with the cars like this and have a look inside a race car. Ooh. The exhibition was only on for a few weeks, but it was well worth a look, and hopefully there'll be more in the future. If you'd like to drive a classic car on your visit to the Great British Car Journey, there's Drive Dad's Car. There's a great collection to choose from with just under 40 cars. Everything from a Reliant Robin to a very classy Rolls Royce. The choice of classic steed is yours. The cars are in three collections: classic, premium and luxury, and are priced accordingly. In the classic collection you have cars like the Austin Allegro, the Ford Capri, the Austin Mini, and of course the Hillman Imp. Other cars are also available. Premium collection, you can drive an MG Maestro or an MG Midget, a lovely Rover P4, or even a Wolseley from the 1930s, or maybe the oldest car in the collection, this lovely old Austin 7. Or you can choose to go upmarket with a luxury collection with a graceful Rolls Royce, or even a Bentley. After a briefing, it's out on the course with your Great British Car Journey instructor, who I have to say are all very welcoming and very knowledgeable about their automotive chargers. The course driven is all on site and is approximately a mile in length. After several laps of the course, it's back to base, and if you wish to have a keepsake of the day, quality photos or internal video footage are available of your experience at an extra cost. Pre-booking, of course, is essential to check the availability of your chosen steed. The Great British Car Journey also has its very own car club, and you don't necessarily need a classic car to be a member. There's some great members nights which are held most months, Some of which are really special nights, like this one, which was Aston Martin night, where literally some beautiful Aston Martins came in, especially this lovely DB4. And there was also Ford Escort night, very well attended by most marks of Ford Escort. But mostly members' nights are more of a social event where members can get together, like-minded people who are interested in cars. There's also discounts in the shop for goods, and also discounts in the cafe. Discounts on classic car insurance, generous discounts on the Drive Dad's car experiences, which is a massive bonus really. All in all, being a member is pretty good. Not only that, you get free entry, unlimited free entry to the collection when it's open, and free entry to the gatherings as long as they're pre-booked. For what you pay for a year's membership, it's certainly well worth it and good value for money. Recommended. The best way to get to the Great British Car Journey is, of course, by car. It's situated alongside the main A6, just north of Ambergate in Derbyshire. It's painted bright blue, so it's not like you're going to miss it. If you want to go by bus, well, you can go from Derby or Buxton or places in between on the Transpeak bus route, which runs an hourly service which literally stops right outside the entrance. Alternatively, by train, the nearest station is Ambergate, and it's a 3/4 mile walk to the venue. And if you want your sat-nav postcode, well, it's there on the screen, DE56 2HE. We hope you've enjoyed our little guide to the Great British Car Journey, and we'll probably visit there in the future. It's certainly well worth a visit. We've enjoyed being there and telling you all about it. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. So until next time, and hopefully we'll do another guide, we'll see you then. Bye.